Running shoe fit. You may have read somewhere on Shoe Ranger, or maybe I've said it before on a video. 50% of the function of your running shoe comes in the fit. The other 50% comes in the midsole itself. But 50% comes in the fit. If a shoe doesn't fit your foot really well, it's never going to function right. Now you can go around and if you're shopping at a retail store, the best thing to do is to try on 3 to 4 different shoes of the same function and find the one that fits the best, the one that feels the best and is most comfortable. Okay, so that's very simple. But today, there are so many of you, in fact, I would say most of you watching this video aren't walking into a running store to buy your shoes. You're buying them online. And there's no way for you to try them on. So you get them home, you open the box, you put the shoes on your foot, and you're not really comparing them against another shoe, right? So you go out for a run and you realize, wow, this fit isn't exactly right. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to teach you ways to customize your shoe to make sure that they fit better. You can do a lot of things with the lacing system. You can do a lot of things with socks to make sure your shoes fit the best they possibly can, which ensures that you have the best run every single time.
And today we're going to address the person that has a very high instep. So there are runners that have high insteps, low insteps, wide feet, narrow feet, wide heels, narrow heels. And some of them have all the above. Wide foot, high instep, wide heel, and some of them have narrow feet, low instep, narrow heel, and then there are some people that have full foot until you get to the heel, and then it's a narrow heel. So there's so many different variables. We're going to try to address them one at a time. Today we're going to talk about someone with the high instep. So let's talk about what the instep is. The instep is this part of the foot. Some people with very high instep means when you put a shoe on, a couple things happen. First, you can't close the laces. So that's number one, is the instep sticks out. Makes the foot stick out of the top layer of the shoe. And two, shoes feel really tight across the top of your foot. But you can do some customization on your running shoe to make sure that the instep fits really well. And I'm going to show you one, and then I'm going to talk about one. One of the easiest ways to adjust the fit of your shoes, doesn't matter if it's a narrow foot or a full foot or a wide foot, is to use different socks. And specifically someone with a high instep, I often see people reaching for a medium to a thicker weight sock. And I will always change that and ask them to use a thin sock. Put the shoes on, do any lacing adjustment, and then show them some of the better socks, thin socks to wear. If you've got a foot that that is full in volume. So it's either a high instep, or it's wide, or it's essentially a thick foot. There's no need to wear a medium weight or a thick sock. Wear the thinnest sock you can get away with. Then you'll get more shoes that fit your foot. The medium weights and the thicker weights just add more volume into the shoe, which makes everything fit tighter. And you know, I just think it's better to use a thinner sock to make sure the shoe fits around your foot better. One indication that the top of the shoe is too tight for your instep, and it's a question that I get all the time, is my foot falls asleep. A great deal of the nerves on your foot are at the top of your foot, and if you cut off the circulation, your foot's going to go numb. So an easy way to relieve pressure on the instep is to relace your shoe to open it up specifically across the top of the instep. And I'll show you how I did that. Alright, so generally start with the shoe unlaced. I do one cross down here at the bottom just to make sure that we can lock the foot down right here. If the foot is really thick right here, we can take this cross out and start at the bottom, but generally I like to start with the cross. For this example, I'm going to skip one eyelet. But depending on the length of the instep, we can skip 2 eyelets. We can, I think skipping 2 eyelets is probably the most you can do, specifically on this shoe. I think this is a 7 eyelet shoe. So I skip 1 eyelet, then I come back, cross back up at the top, and now we've created a great deal of space with no pressure on top, no lace pressure on top. Foot won't fall asleep. That instep will get a ton of relief. Shoe will fit better, it will feel better, it will run better.